everyone, it's Katie from Without a Crystal Ball. I hope you guys are having a great day. Okay, so I have been getting a lot of requests, like so many from you, wanting me to cover more short shows on TLC. Now, I admit I don't watch all of these shows, but I do know about some of these shows, so I figured I could dive in with a story today because this is actually right up my alley. So, the Roloffs, obviously, Little People, Big World. This show has been on the air for what feels like forever. The show actually debuted in 2006. Can you believe that? 14 years this show, this family, has been featured on TV on TLC. Now, the family started out like when I first saw them way back in the day, the kids were young, right? And the kids were little and they were going through challenges of raising children. Matt and Amy were still married, and there was like just normal family drama, or so it seemed. After a while, I'll admit, I stopped watching the show because everything freaking felt super fake. Like all the drama felt fake. I didn't like the way that Matt treated Amy. I didn't really like the way the kids were like, I don't know. It just felt like things just got to a place where it just wasn't authentic anymore. And in 2016, when one of their children actually came out and said that the show was fake, I was like, this is exactly why I don't watch the show. So back in 2016, if you recall, I can show you a photo. Jacob said this: I get comments on here all the time about how people miss me on the show or telling me I should do a few more episodes with the family. I am posting this to say that that will never happen. Jacob actually left the show several years ago. He said, for the sake of the episode and ratings, I've seen a lot of storylines drawn up loosely about our lives. And when I was standing here behind the scenes and watching it from an outside perspective, I just couldn't stop laughing. Laughing at how hard the producers have to try to get us to follow the talking points and at how ridiculous the talking points are. To misquote Chomsky, the primary objective of any system is to preserve the integrity of that system, meaning that the primary objective I have felt and observed over the years of the crew is to preserve their jobs and to preserve the ratings, which is up to you to be right or wrong. That's not to say that they're all soulless corporate shills or something. They are and have been good people involved, but that doesn't negate the fact that they do not have their own personal agenda. For me, noticing how the agenda of the crew doesn't work well with the health and happiness of our family is what made me decide to quit a while ago, that I would not be part of it as soon as I was able. All in all, I appreciate people wanting me to be with the family for a few more episodes, but the family that I filmed is not my family. They are the Roloff characters, and I have scarcely anything in common with them, nor do I want to be a character myself. As soon as the cameras drop, however, it's almost like they never played the part. 20 minutes after this picture was taken, we all, plus friends, had a campfire late in the night. So I am with my family and I love them. It's just I'm here to say you'll never see me in front of the TV again. Now, when he posted that, he actually shared a behind the scenes photo, which is this. And you can see how authentic is a campfire of a family when you have so many people around you actually filming what you're doing, getting the right shot, all the sound, all the lighting. It's just kind of phony and fake, right? And I've seen it more often than not that kids from these, shows end up coming out and saying, this is fake. I don't like this. This is weird. This isn't what our family is. And we know that producers poke and prod and encourage storylines. I've talked to so many different people from all these different shows on TLC. In fact, remember Unexpected Haley, or maybe you don't, Haley #2. She was told by producers to say that she was best friends with Haley #1, which she said they weren't at that point because they wanted to create a storyline of the two best friends, knowing that there was a potential love triangle. So With that being said, Amy came back out and said, no, this isn't true. This is our real life. These are my real emotions. These are my real everythings. And of course, she's going to say that because the characters on the reality show want you to believe that what you're seeing is reality. But the reality is that when you sign a contract to be on a reality show, you are anything but real because they basically tell you, hey, we can edit and script this in any which way that we want. You can be portrayed in a way that is completely different than the way this is filmed. In fact, your rights in terms of how we use the film is waived. So if a network decides that you're going to be the villain, you are, regardless of whether or not you're the villain. If a network decides that you're going to be the heroine, you are the heroine. Producers will often get intermingled and encourage arguments. I mean, this has been found that we see this in so many different reality shows. We had Kale from Teen Mom talk about how producers pushed her son Isaac to the point of tears to evoke better TV. We've seen Aunt Jody from John and Kate Plus 8 say that, well, the kids were little, the production would follow around the kids and would only catch when the kids were crying or screaming or fighting because the rest of the stuff of kids just getting along and playing doesn't make good TV, is what Aunt Jody said. So knowing all of this, we know that a lot of times these shows and these people on the shows know exactly what to do to draw ratings. And what draws ratings more than anything? Drama, fighting, cheating, yelling, right? So up until this point, none of the parents had really confirmed what Jacob had said, except for a couple days ago, Matt was on Instagram and he legit said, I faked this for the show. So apparently, now I watched one episode of this newest season and I couldn't even tell you how fake it felt. The first episode of the season was talking about how they were Amy was going to have like Matt buy her out and she's going to move off the property and he was going to buy the house, and in order to do that he was supposed to like do a inspection, and it felt so phony. Like he's going through the house that he knows all about, that he literally was like part of for how many years, and pretending like, oh, does this break, does that break, is this it felt like he was doing it to create drama. And it ticked off Amy, obviously, because when she was walking around, she was just like, I don't know why he's acting like this. He's lived here for a million years. Like, he knows everything about this house. Why is he pretending like this is, like, why does he have to bring an inspector in? Like, this was his house. So, during an Instagram Live, he was describing an argument that had taken place on one of the episodes. It was like they were debating about a neck versus a flag. And he said, when Amy and I argued about whether it's a neck or a flag lot, we were just trying to make television. We know that those are the kinds of arguments back and forth that create interest and people like to hear. Unfortunately, some people don't get the humor in all of that. They take it real. Well, of course they take it real. You've literally told us for how many years that this is a reality show. This is your family doing everything in real time. And now you're literally saying, Amy and I are orchestrating these arguments because we know it makes good TV. Duh. So we're supposed to believe it's real, but it's not real. And now it's like, don't take it so serious because it isn't real. What? And he says, they take it real. Seriously, they get mad at one of us. It's just all sort of poking at each other in the rib to create drama. Of course, people are going to get mad at you if you are displaying an argument on TV. And it's like this natural right of like taking sides. Like we typically will take a side. Some people will stay neutral, but a lot of people will take sides. And he continued by saying, I like to joke with people that I don't do drama in normal life. I like to only get paid for my drama. Okay, so you're admitting that you literally are being paid to fake arguments, to fake drama, to fake scenarios for your family, for the show. Can you see where confusion would fall with families if what they're playing on TV is completely different than who they are in real life? Because in the media, we'll see this and be like, oh, Matt and Amy were fighting. And then Matt and Amy are at home and they're like, ha ha ha, that wasn't real. We weren't really fighting. That was totally for the show. No wonder people get so riled up about these shows. And no wonder people don't trust reality stars anymore, because we never know what we're seeing is real, and we don't see anything that's real. And every person I talk to that works in this industry says it's not real. So he says, I like to only get paid for drama. So when we're doing the show, we create drama. And Amy does too. We're both doing the same thing. We're both doing the same thing. We're admitting that this entire show is fake. All the drama you see is fake. All this stuff that you're watching is fake. Then why watch? Why watch a fake drama family? This is so sad. And I would imagine for Jacob, those blurred lines can create issues in families. And I've seen it when I've talked to people that come from these shows, especially children that leave the shows, because parents decide, oh, we want to use this for a storyline. We want to use that for a storyline. We want to use this for a storyline. Derek Dillard said that they wanted to leave because they didn't want to have every single thing they do become a storyline. When Lindsay Chrisley was rumored to have left Chrisley Knows Best, it was because she was angry at the way that her father had made his relationship with her husband, Will, into a storyline, and then wanted to make her divorce a storyline. The lines get blurred. So you're wanting to make my worst moments your storyline, or hey, if we don't even have any bad moments, let's just fake it and have a pretend argument because it makes good TV. All right, you guys, do you feel duped, or did you already know this about Little People, Big World? I would love to know your thoughts. Again, I haven't watched the show in years, but I guess I'm not surprised. I'm more surprised that they would actually admit it, especially given the fact that the show is still on the air. You're not supposed to tell us your secrets, Matt. All right, you guys, I'll be back later with more. Bye.